Selecting an appropriate number of warehouses for the logistics system is all about trade-offs. As you add warehouses to the system, some costs will tend to increase and some will tend to decrease. We can see from the table that most costs are higher if multiple warehouses are chosen. However, all of these costs can be offset by a significant reduction in local transportation costs and improved service. An increased number of warehouses in the system can affect those criteria in this way. The main reason to increase the number of warehouses is to place more goods closer to the customers, in this way improving customer service levels. Today, however, the general trend is to reduce the total number of warehouses. High customer service levels are maintained despite fewer warehouses by optimizing logistics operations. Adding warehouses can be an effective way to reduce transportation costs by shortening the distances between the warehouses and the points of origin and delivery. There are other considerations, however. A centralized system of warehouses will likely facilitate more rapid inventory turnover. It will also benefit from economies of scale realized by consolidating outbound shipments into full loads that qualify for lower rates per unit of cargo weight. Transportation costs also reflect the efficiency of service, which may decline with the addition of warehouses. On the other hand, with additional warehouses, inbound transportation costs could increase if there are deliveries by partly full loads. As you add warehouses, you tend to increase the amount of total floor space in relation to the space available for storage due to redundancies. While more facilities mean less safety stock per site because of shorter lead times, aggregate safety stocks go up. Setup and overhead costs. More warehouses require more expenditures on construction or renovation. Setup and maintenance. Overhead increases, including duplication of equipment and labor. As you increase the total number of warehouses, you also increase the probability of adding a relatively inefficient facilities to the system. To reduce the number of warehouses, one can start by eliminating inefficient locations. This graph provides a rough picture of the trade-offs and costs that occur with the increase in the number of warehouses in the supply chain. As the example shows, the overall costs in the system tend to decline as the number of warehouses increases, but only up to a point. After that point, the total cost of warehousing rises corresponding to the number of warehouses. That happens because increasing inventory costs eventually overwhelm savings in other areas. The relative rates of the increases and declines will not be the same in all supply chains. These are only general trends. What are the trends impacting warehouses? The first one is e-commerce. It will continue to grow both for business to business and business to consumer sectors. From a convenience point of view and under greater environmental pressure, grocery, home shopping, and delivery will also grow significantly. This will necessitate more fulfillment centers and returns processing facilities. Greater collaboration within the supply chain, both vertically and horizontally, will lead to greater consolidation and an increase in the shared user operations. This is likely to lead to a reduction in the number of warehouses and the construction of purpose-built centers. The ability for companies to work closely with each other and trust each other will be a major factor as to how quickly this collaboration takes place. There are significant challenges for warehouse managers when operating an e-fulfillment warehouse. These warehouses are significantly impacted by seasonality. The demand on staff and equipment varies tremendously with the seasons. Large, bulky items such as barbecues and garden furnitures during spring and summer, and much smaller electrical products during Christmas. These have very different impacts on handling and storage equipment. Next, the wide range of product stores requires warehouse managers to efficiently process a low-value single-item orders. This is one of the main challenges facing all warehouses today, but in particular those dealing with internet orders. Picking and packing low-cost items utilize the same amount of labor and equipment as for high-cost items, but the margin is going to be significantly different. Third, as consumers and customers flex their muscles in the market, accuracy and on-time delivery become crucial if companies are to retain the loyalty of their customers. Inventory management is another challenge for the warehouse manager. The increase in the number of product lines will put pressure on the number of pick locations, while slow-moving and obsolete lines can take up much-needed space in the warehouse. In summary, there are three types of fulfillment centers. Integrated fulfillment, where internet sales are carried out alongside existing retail operations. Dedicated fulfillment, carried out in purpose-built facility. And store fulfillment, which involves picking and online orders from existing retail shelves for separate delivery ex-store.